So I spent all day today roaming the Arkansas Ozarks for barn inspiration. If you're a regular viewer, you know that I am about to start a barn raising project where I didn't want to give away too many clues, but it needs to be kind of a multi-purpose building for us. We're going to probably have some parties in there and also keep the bus in there and work on it perhaps, like I know how to do that. Even though it's going to be a new barn, I want to incorporate a lot of old materials and harken back to what is appropriate in this area. So I traveled a lot of dirt roads today to try to come up with some inspiration. Now, the number one thing to remember to be true to the spirit of a barn is utility. So I think, what is this building going to be for? It's going to be for entertaining, it's going to be for keeping the bus dry, it's going to be for probably barn campouts, stuff like that. A lot of teenager hangout stuff that we're preparing for before we get into teenager land. Talk about a room with a view. The gambrel barns like this really came to this area after the Civil War, when you went from subsistence farming to really depending on livestock more. So you had to save more hay and you needed more space in the loft for that loose hay. And since we're not technically going to be a livestock focused kind of farm, we're kind of the subsistence homestead type farmers, I'm going to go with the flat roof like this, not with the gambrel or the hip roof like that. Huh? Right? Talent. So what I did is I've picked a spot that's close enough to the house that we can have electricity and plumbing. We're going to go ahead and pour a concrete slab for a floor. Some of the inspiration I found today wasn't necessarily from a barn, but it can be borrowed and adapted. So it's not going to be huge, but it's not going to be too small. It's going to be manageable for our family, which is what you see a lot of times with old barns. The size of the farm determines the size of the barn. So if this video inspired you, or you want to see some other videos that are similar, I got some things popping up on the screen here. There's a couple videos that I'm suggesting for you, and you can click on my face in the circle and subscribe to see what's ahead for this barn raising project. It's going to be a really fun series. Life is what you make it. Let's get our hands dirty.